Alright. Let's do it.
僕は同志様よりあるものを地球に持ち帰るようにとの使命を受け、空へと旅立ちました。
Gundam Seed Extra Stray.
その後、あるものを手に入れることに
Oh, that's
成功
Prayer
したのですが、
talking.
地球へ戻る途中、蛇のマークをつけたモビルスーツに襲撃されました。
So now we're on Extra Stray now then. Before it was a Stray, now it's Extra
緊
Stray
急
now.
通信を発信した直後に意識を失い、地球へ持ち帰るものを奪われてしまいました。その後、僕は接触予定だったジャンク屋の方々に救助されました。
New frame of Stray.
Oh,
this is where we got the. Wait, this will be where we got the upgrade for Extra Stray. Hold on.
ニュートロンジャマーを無力化するニュートロンジャマーキャンセラーを搭載していること。
This is where the Extra Stray first debuts. Get to play as it. No, technically we already did, but yeah. This story-wise though, I mean. I'll be honest with you. Same. Although I was more on the Cartoon Network side, more than Disney. I guess I did like Disney a bit only because of Kingdom Hearts making it better. So I mean. Yeah, they do, that's right. That was the incomplete version of the Dreadnought, since it wasn't ready to go by the time. Apparently they had apparently the reason why they put a different type of head on it was because of the fact that it was due to lack of parts. A lot of damage and, you know, lack of parts, so they was all like, you know what, let's just slap a random head straight onto it for now. Kind of like Zeta Zaku. Going on to Mars. That's true, it did. They had well, then again, yeah, they did. They had Yin Yang Yo. Well, Yin Yang Yo is Jetix, but you know, Jetix is technically still Technically still Disney, so yeah. We had Yin Yang Yo, Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. The replacements were good. I didn't watch much of it, but it was definitely good. This time I'm gonna get some levels up for Mir, and to make sure she doesn't die either. Yeah, well, you know what? Should I or should I not? No, let me get Kira for this. Next time I'll get Mir, only because of the fact that, you know, there's a lot of characters in mobile suits popped into this story fight. So obviously being Low and Freya, but you know, and Guy, but. So let's see. Or then again, I could probably put Mir in the Strike Freedom, but her pilot level is kind of. Oh yeah, K-U-Z-Z-O, Cusco, Cusco, go, go! Nah. He's on his way to success, but he has to go to school. He's gotta ace that test. Nah, I don't know why I still remember that song, bro, but it was actually nostalgic. Oh my god. Alright, let's go. Of course. I used to always like when Cusco was like, Cusco had that dog in him too, man. He was always trying to go on, he was trying to always go for Paulina. Melina. Cusco had that Riz. He was always trying to get the ladies and everything, but it was always Melina he was going for. But regardless though, my love always goes to Cartoon Network. That's what I originally that's the channel I always popped into more than Disney Channel. Don't get me wrong, I used to wake up to the, you know, Brandy and Mr. Whiskers or The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody around 6 in the morning, just, you know, before going to school and everything. But I also caught a lot of stuff on Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, before going to school. Like Super Jail always popped on, Aqua Teen Hunger Force always popped on, all the classics popped on. So I was like, so you know. But you know, like nowadays I don't have cable anymore. Now I just like watch all my shit free online. And one last thing, baby. That chicken was dry. Real dry. Yeah, Crunk was the man though. Crunk was definitely the man. Super Jail was on crack. Now Pacha though, Pacha with that one meme though, perfection, perfection. Oh man. Too bad I lost love for Disney. Lizzie McGuire? I mean, that's fine too. Let's get on the serious shit too. Which was the best channel? That's easy. It's Cartoon Network, bro. Cartoon Network literally wipes the shit out of Disney and Nick. I mean, everything is nostalgic, but if we're literally gonna choose between which childhood channel had the best shit, it was Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network, because yeah, we had Toonami, we had everything on there, bro. We had the best cartoons. We had come on, man. We had Toonami. We had one of the best animes in our childhood popping out. And look where they're at now. They're popular and everything. We grew up with that shit all the way. What's going on, Shin? It's no argument, bro, that Cartoon Network is better. But in terms of nostalgia, every channel is good. Now, anyone who had Verizon would also know that Funimation was part of the mix too. Funimation was part of the mix because they were airing channels since the 2000s as well too. They were airing episodes since the 2000s as well too. So, but yes, it's Cartoon Network that takes the win at the end of the day, because you know the one advantage we have isn't cartoons mainly, but it's anime, because practically our Cartoon Network is what brought out the classics and everything. They brought out Dragon Ball Z. They brought out Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, Astro Boy, and yes, I'm also including Adult Swim, because Adult Swim is on Cartoon Network as well, so you can also include Inuyasha, many others, so. Can't be defeated, bro. Not only that, but we had other classics too, man. Like, we had the OG Beyblade, bro. We had Bakugan. Bakugan was good, bro, and yeah, Bakugan, like all that other shit. Now we talking Toonami wise, we had Prince of Tennis, my overall favorite sports anime, Prince of Tennis, and Saint Seiya. That kind of got me asked. Only some. Like I said before, my love was more directed towards Cartoon Network. Shin, I'm gonna have to ask you to rephrase that comment, my friend. Because ain't no way I'm taking Gohan's goofy ass voice in Kai over the original Z dub. That's meant for Luffy. That's meant for Luffy. Now, I will admit, the only thing that Kai beats Dragon Ball Z at is the fact that it's Dragon Ball Z, but with no filler. But one thing's for sure, though. Part of its filler was undefeated in Z. And I'm specifically talking the Garlic Jr. saga, where Gohan low-key bodied two of Garlic Jr.'s men in full-on rage mode. What's up, Steph? Well, Steph, I would say the only reason why is because Cartoon Network is probably the only one that can pop in some censorship for anime, which I can totally understand. I don't think Disney could really handle anime. I mean, yeah, we had anime later on in Disney, like Disney XD for Naruto Shippuden, but notice how Naruto Shippuden never really like went up that far on Disney XD. It's because they would have to handle a lot of censorship and everything for it to air. Only Cartoon Network was able to take on that role of dealing with a lot of anime than what Disney and Nick could do. Notice how Disney and Nick added on notice how the both of them added on anime later on. It's because later on, like, you know, they could only do like a couple of anime, but Cartoon Network handles the rest of that. One thing I'll give Kai credit for though, Shin, is the fact that it did some banger openings though. But that isn't to say that the classic Z did banger openings. They did banger openings too, like Rock the Dragon, the freaking American version of Z. I'll give them props on that. We Got a Power though. We Got a Power is where OG Dragon Ball Z it's at. We Got a Power is overall one of my favorite Dragon Ball Z openings. Specifically if people watch the Japanese version of Z, of course. That plays in the Majin Buu saga for the first half. But We Got a Power, I love that opening. Nicktoons was... Okay, let's be honest though. Nicktoons was mad late on adding Yu-Gi-Oh! Funny enough, they never finished Yu-Gi-Oh! This is what I don't get. Don't air something if you know you're not going to finish it. You know, Nicktoons didn't even go that far with Yu-Gi-Oh! If I remember correctly, they aired Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. They aired Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, and that was it. They only aired 2 Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, Duel Monsters and Zexal, and they couldn't even finish it. I'm like, what was the point of doing all that? Sorry, but having Yu-Gi-Oh! On Nicktoons was a huge mistake. I'll be honest with you, just having any anime on Nick is a huge mistake. Same thing with Disney. They're just not meant to. They're not meant to have anime. It was always Cartoon Network. I'm sorry. The Japanese Super Saiyan. Oh yeah, the one where you Oh, you mean the one that goes like what was it? Yumenaien. Yeah, that one was actually good though. That's one thing they screwed up on. Literally one thing they screwed up on. Another soundtrack I wish they had was when Trunks went Super Saiyan against Frieza. See, the thing about that is that here's what I'm gonna mention. Also, the soundtrack where Trunks goes Super Saiyan against Frieza, Breakpoint Unlimited or Battle Point Unlimited. That's my favorite soundtrack. So let me say this right now. Bruce Falconer score is the best Dragon Ball Z soundtrack composer ever. You can't beat me on that. You can't challenge Bruce Falconer's score. Bruce Falconer's score and Kenji Yamamoto's score. Only best Dragon Ball Z soundtracks to cover. The Bruce Falconer score, however, is undefeated. Worth the risk. But was also saying, yeah, I think Disney and Nick adding on anime was a dumb thing. I'm sorry, but it's not the right channels for them to go on. I think Cartoon Network is honestly where it's at. Cartoon Network aired, because if we're gonna really like go on which channel aired the most anime more between the three, it's definitely Cartoon Network. They could try all they want. It's gonna take them a while. There you go, my boy. Pull up. Kira and Shin. All right.
今できる最善支援します。大体なんでこんなことになったんだ。
Alright, good. Current Disney or Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network? I don't like any of the current ones. Well, that and the fact that I got rid of my cable years ago, so I have no idea what's going on with the three of them. But right after I got rid of my cable, that was the end of an era for me watching cartoons in general. And now I just stick with anime from now on. Like, it's anime all the way. All the current gens of Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and Disney, they're all bad. They air bad shows and everything. I'm not with it. It's the end of an era, bro. It's the end of those eras. Anime's treating me great. Because the difference between cartoons and anime is that animes actually have endings. Cartoons end with no ending at all. I'm watching a bunch of Gundam animes over again. Hyperion Gundam, it's Kenner. Shit. Literally rewatching G Gundam. Watching Togen Aniki still. I finished rewatching another Gundam anime and trying to add some new ones to the list right now. But, you know, not any new anime. I'm adding some classics that I haven't seen before. And I'm watching another Higuraishi anime adaptation. Still need to watch me the Cardcaptor Sakura movies, and I'm just pretty much all set at this point. Yeah, okay, now I'm gonna do that. I'll go back again. Good. That's right, come at me. That's perfect. Good, that's right. Yeah, destroy each other. That's what I want y'all to do. You're getting a new Saint Seiya. A new Saint Seiya what? Anime? It's probably for the Netflix adaptation, the Battle of the Knights of the Zodiac Netflix one for Battle for Sanctuary 2. But then again, pretty sure nobody cares about that one. The only thing people care about for Saint Seiya is Next Dimension. I'm gonna go straight for Hyperion Gundam. That's what I'm gonna go for. Come on, you fools, keep attacking. This will make things way easier for me. I've got the energy, so come on. Take your time, punch on. Ooh, you wanna go. This is a pop fight. Get that revenge against Kira. That's what you want. Ah, that was fucking good. There we go. Oh, you want to fight? Perfect. That's what I want you to do. Save me the trouble of wasting turns on your asses. Who's next? Come on. You too. Nope. You too? That's it. Oh wait, one more. Let me get this out the way. There we go. And it took 40 minutes to beat. They didn't even die, man. They went back to base, man. Alright, well, they're not important, so it don't matter.